From the very first minutes of Season 5, something feels wrong. Not loud, not obvious, just off. Stranger Things has always used music as an emotional shortcut, a way to pull us into nostalgia, into comfort. But this time, the song that appears in the first 4 episodes doesn't comfort at all. It lingers. It follows scenes where nothing seems to happen, moments that feel almost too quiet, too normal for what Hawkins has become. And that's exactly why it matters. The song plays softly in the background during ordinary moments. A car ride, a conversation that doesn't go anywhere, a shot of Hawkins at dusk. Most viewers will barely notice it, but Stranger Things has never placed a song casually, not once. Every major musical choice in this series has either saved someone, doomed someone, or warned us long before we understood what was coming. This song does something different. It doesn't explode like Running Up That Hill. It doesn't dominate the scene, it whispers. And the more you listen to it, the clearer it becomes that it's not there to be remembered. It's there to prepare us. The lyrics are the first clue. On the surface, they speak about time slipping away, about holding on to something that can't be saved, about watching the world change while standing still. Nothing supernatural, nothing explicit. But Stranger Things has always hidden its darkest truths behind simple words. When you isolate the key phrases, a pattern starts to emerge. Inevitability, repetition, sacrifice. Not fighting fate, accepting it. This is important because Season 5 isn't about winning anymore. It's about ending something that should never have existed. The song appears again in Episode 2, almost unchanged, but the context shifts. The camera lingers longer. The characters are closer to danger, even if they don't know it yet. The song's melody doesn't resolve. It circles. Musically, it never truly lands on a satisfying ending. That's not accidental. A melody without resolution mirrors a story without escape. By Episode 3, the song feels heavier. Not because it's louder, but because now we recognize it. Our brain connects it subconsciously to unease. Stranger Things weaponizes familiarity. Once a song becomes familiar, it stops being background. It becomes a signal. And then there's Episode 4. This is where the theory turns dark. The song plays during a scene that seems emotionally neutral. No monster, no action, just characters existing together. But the lyrics line up almost perfectly with what's happening beneath the surface of the story. The upside down isn't spreading randomly anymore. It's stabilizing, almost healing itself. Like it's reaching a final form. That's when the realization hits. The song isn't about defeating Vecna. It's about letting him finish. Vecna has always been misunderstood as the final boss, the ultimate evil. But Season 5 subtly reframes him. He's no longer just a villain. He's a symptom, a consequence of something broken decades ago. The song's lyrics hint at this idea over and over. You don't erase the past, you pay for it. This is where 11 comes in. Throughout the first 4 episodes, 11's arc feels strangely subdued. She's present, but not triumphant. Powerful, but restrained. The song often plays near her scenes, never directly tied to her, but never far either. Stranger Things is telling us something without saying it. The solution isn't more power, it's removal. The song's chorus contains a line that most people will hear as romantic or nostalgic. But in the context of the story, it becomes devastating. It suggests that some doors can only be closed from the inside. Think about that. From the beginning, 11 has been the bridge, the connection, the reason the Upside Down can touch the real world at all. She opened the door, not Vecna, not Hawkins, her. And doors opened by force don't close gently. The song doesn't describe a battle. It describes an ending, quiet, final, necessary. In Episode 4, there's a moment where the song fades out slightly earlier than expected. It cuts before the final note resolves. Musically, this is unsettling. Our brain expects closure, and it doesn't get it. That missing resolution mirrors the story's truth. Hawkins can go back to normal unless something is permanently removed. The theory is simple, and that's why it's terrifying. 11 doesn't die in a fight. She doesn't lose. She chooses. The song's final appearance in the early episodes happens during a conversation about the future. College, leaving town, growing up, normal dreams. The song plays underneath like a lie. Because the lyrics suggest that the future they're imagining isn't real anymore. It belongs to a version of the world that already ended. Stranger Things has always been about childhood colliding with reality. Season 5 is about what happens when childhood ends completely. No safety net, no reset button. The song's final verse talks about staying behind so others can move forward. It's subtle, almost poetic. But paired with Eleven's silence in that scene, it becomes clear that she understands something the others don't. The Upside Down won't be destroyed, it will be sealed. And sealing it requires the original key, her. Vecna's defeat doesn't come from killing him, it comes from disconnecting him, cutting off the bridge that feeds him. The Upside Down collapses inward, not outward. And Eleven, who has lived her entire life between worlds, becomes the final boundary. The tragedy isn't her death, it's her erasure. No body, no grave, no heroic final stand, just absence. The song prepares us for that kind of loss. The kind that doesn't feel cinematic, the kind that feels real. That's why the song is present so early. Stranger Things wants us to grieve before it happens, to accept the ending emotionally before it arrives narratively. By the time the final episode airs, the melody will already be burned into our memory, attached to quiet moments, shared smiles, ordinary life. And when 11 is gone, the song will return one last time, not to shock us, but to remind us that we were warned. The darkest part of the theory is that the ending works. Hawkins survives, the world moves on, the kids grow up, and 11 becomes a story no one fully remembers, because the Upside Down takes pieces of memory with it when it seals. A necessary sacrifice doesn't get statues, it gets silence. And that's why this song matters. Not because it's famous, not because it's loud, but because it's telling us, softly and patiently, that Stranger Things isn't ending with a victory. It's ending with a goodbye we won't be ready for, no matter how many times the song plays. By the time we realize what it was trying to say, it will already be over.